lastly here with this third question, can God take away my eating disorder? It's been 20 years since I have prayed this, and yet I still battle. Again, just compassion and empathy, this thorn in the flesh, this ongoing difficulty. I wish I could give you easy answers and quick fixes, but they don't exist. And God is going to ask us to keep walking with him and believing his power, again, in our weakness. And so I think it's just helpful to remember in this realm that, again, culture is naming you. Like, culture is giving an identity formation that is driving a lot of these behaviors, a lot of these focuses and these fixations. And so with a lot of patience, again, Jesus' patience is perfect, and in his willingness to endure with you. I think of Romans 5 when we talk about our suffering that produces character. And I think of Romans 5, where we are told that we rejoice in our suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And I think oftentimes we jump really quick to hope, and we forget about endurance and character. Not that hope is ever not active, and of course this is the hope that doesn't disappoint, but there is a truth that God does not shy away from, that we endure, and that nothing has seized us except what is common to man. And God is faithful; He's just. He's given us a way out so that we can endure, so that we can go through it. And I wish the way out was removal and ultimate relief, and that is coming someday. But we can endure because God is with us. We can walk with Him through it. And culture is offering a name, and I would just encourage you to remember the name that Jesus has given you. Right in John 11, he's a good shepherd, and he has given us, we know his voice, and he has named us. He knows us, and so he calls us by name. And so remembering just that personal nature of how loved you are by God. And I think just that adoptive mentality that we are heirs to the kingdom of heaven, and we often live and act like orphans, especially in our shame and our insecurity. And so coming back to that identity that we are united in Christ and heirs with him, and that to be confident and humble. That's our identity in Christ. We can be secure and selfless, confident and humble. And that's going to be, I think, what's going to fuel the enduring, that's going to produce character, and God will strengthen us over time. And one of the things that I've been encouraged by in some of these long suffering, some of these ongoing challenges where, like Paul, the thorn in the flesh, and we endure and persevere to the end, it's little by little and it's day by day. Our faith is moment by moment. And we see those words specifically. Again, God's mercies are new every day. The struggles are new, but his mercies are new. And again, outwardly we're wasting away, but inwardly we're being renewed day by day. And in the Old Testament, there's times where we see God driving out the enemies of the Israelites, but he says he's going to do them little by little. One, so that they don't forget their need for a God, that they're going to rely on him as the struggles and the battles remain, but little by little also so that the land that God has given them will be cultivated, even by the struggle, even by the enemy, that God is doing something. He's active. He's working on your behalf in the pain. Though I know God does not glory in or choose the pain for our harm. He will work the pain for good. And as we hide ourselves in Jesus and believe his power more and more, I do believe that we will look upon these light and momentary afflictions and believe that they are achieving for us an eternal weight of glory. And 2 Corinthians 4 and 5 are just beautiful places. I would encourage this listener that is having to endure, that may feel that they are pressed but not crushed, that they have to recognize where this jar of clay is fractured and feels broken. And again, to believe that inner renewal in Romans 12 as well, that we are not conformed to the world, but transformed by the renewing of our mind day after day to be this living sacrifice, even when it's hard. and asking that God would encourage that this individual to believe that God is for you and with you, and Jesus will fight this battle on your behalf.